Alright, what's going on everyone, YouTube? Nesruler, welcome to Monday here on Body Bags. Of course, I'm your host Jeremy. Welcome to this week's theme, which is Infected Disease Week. I thought this week was actually Witch Week, but that's next week. I fucked up, but I'm going to talk about an interesting new disease type of film that was released, I believe, it was released this year, but it was made last year. That is Contracted, released by IFC Midnight. Now, this film's interesting. It got a lot of praise when it came out from a lot of people. I know a lot of people were hyping it up. I was very curious to see it when it came out, actually. This film is actually pretty interesting. It's about this girl who is who's gay, and one night at this party, she gets, pretty much drugged up and raped by this guy, and this guy gives her this disease that looks like an STD, but I really don't know if it's an STD, because as the film goes on, it starts to deteriorate her body more and more. Some fucked up shit starts to happen. She starts pissing blood and things like that. A whole bunch of this weird fucking things start to occur to this girl. It's basically just watching her deteriorate and follow her personality and her relationships with the characters around her. Like I said, this film is pretty gross. It has some pretty sick moments in it. To see this girl pretty much, they did a really good job. Seeing this girl, deteriorate as the film goes on. Like every 5 minutes, you could tell another thing, stacks up on top of, her, her eyes bloodshot, and then she starts pissing blood, and she starts throwing up blood, and all this kind of shit. Until the end, which the ending is has one of the more controversial endings. Because people don't know if she is, I don't want to ruin it, but if you've seen this film, you know the ending of it, and it has a bit of confusion as what state of mind she is in towards the end of the film. I don't want, like I said, I don't really want to ruin it, but I'm curious to see what you guys think in the comments below. If you think that she's, dead or alive, that's all I'm gonna say at the end of the film. And what are your reasons why you think this? Because it has a lot of interesting aspects. Some pretty gross out moments, like I said, and it's once again it's basically a character piece. This girl's the only one that gets infected with this disease, so it's just curious. If you like character pieces and you don't like too much blood and guts, there's not too much blood and guts in this film, and this girl becomes a huge bitch as the film goes on also. She actually made my list as being the top 5 biggest bitches in horror films last week on the 22 Shots of Moods in Horror podcast. So this girl becomes the biggest bitch. I mean, wouldn't you become a big bitch if, what was happening to you was occurring from, the fact that she's a lesbian, she got this from a guy, brings up a whole nother interesting point about feminism and women's rights in the horror genre also, but I'm not going to get into that because I haven't thought about it too much. But that's my review of Contracted. It's interesting. It's pretty good. If you guys get a chance to check it out, please do. You could get it. I think you could pretty much find it cheap now that it's been out for a little while. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. If you like this review, please give it a thumbs up, and as always, you can follow me on my channel at youtube.com/Nesruler22. Talk to you guys next week with Witch Week, which I will be reviewing Haxon, which will be interesting. I have a lot to say about that film from, I can't remember what year it came out of, but it came out of the Scandinavian film movement of the early 1920s, so curious to check that out. I'll be back next Monday with that review. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys.